Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Broadcasting live. It's America's longest running talk show on computers. It's Computer America, bringing you the biggest names in technology with guest interviews, new products, and your emails. Listen live at computeramerica.com on any device around the world. Email the show at live@computeramerica.com or find us on social media. Be sure to check out our website for contests, giveaways, show notes, live video stream, podcasts, and more. You're listening to Computer America.
Hello and welcome into the Computer America Show. I hope all of you are having a great day. I know it's getting towards the end of the week and we are all getting a little tired, but you know, we are going to finish out strong. So, welcome into the program. I am your host, Ben Crossman, and that's right, I hope you're ready for today's show because we have a great guest lined up for you. We had another part of the company on just a few weeks ago, you may remember, and we were talking about their small medium business solution for some of their more heavy duty printers. And this time around, we're looking at the home consumer, something a little bit more probably in your price range. If you aren't looking for a $7,000 printer, this is going to be your show. And yeah, that's right. So we have Epson on the show today. That's right. Epson, they are a long time name when it comes to home projectors, scanners, copiers, printers. They do so much stuff, and we are so happy to have on the program. We're going to have Miss Monika Dees with us, who is the product manager for Epson America. And that's right, once again, talking about their home printers. So, but before we get to that, I of course want to mention a few things, including, computeramerica.com. That is where you will find everything and anything that you need for today's show. Be it, links to our guest website, links to any products we talk about, links to maybe later on in the show if we get to computer and technology news, any articles or videos that we do, all of that included in one place over there at our website. The next thing is the video portion. So, for days such as today, we're going to be showing off the Epson website. We're going to be showing off some products, some videos, things like that, and also the articles, again, for the news segment. And the last thing, we're very proud of it. We have a new format. Definitely go check it out. It is the contest for our social media prize. That's right. We give that away every single Friday to a lucky listener. We read their name live on the air and give them a sweet prize to go along with it. So, to figure out how to enter, it's very simple. Head on over to computeramerica.com. Right there at the top, social media contest. Very simple. Hey, highly encourage you to go check that out. So, with all of that said, why don't we just, kick it into gear here. And again, for everyone out there, this company should be of no shock. It's, we love having them on the program and we love talking about their products. We use, a number of them here in our office. They are great, and we love talking to them. So let me introduce once again Miss Monika Dees. She is the product manager for Epson America. And Monika, thank you so much for joining us here on the program.
Thank you so much for having me, Ben. I'm really excited to be here.
Yeah, I think this is going to be great because as I mentioned, we had Epson on before, and it was a lot of fun. But to be fair, it was talking about some pretty heavy-duty equipment, and this time around, I think we're going to get down to what I think most people are looking for in the home. So, just real quick, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do at Epson, and Epson.
Sure. As you said, I'm the product manager for the consumer inkjet printers. The Expression line is geared towards the home use, as you mentioned. And as we approach, Mother's Day, this is the perfect time to talk about these type of products. The Expression line is very unique in that it has usually a lot of features and a very, very compact and sleek designs. We at Epson, as you may know, we pride ourselves in precision and also offering the customers something very compact and sleek and well designed. So that's basically what I do. I go about preaching about the home printers, if you will. So we call them Expression. Yes. Go ahead.
So why don't we, and you were just about to jump into it, but why don't we get into what makes the Expression printer line so unique and different? Because even at Epson, you have the artisan line, you have the workforce line, you have a lot of different lineups. Where does Expression fit into the lineup?
Right. So as as I was saying, the Expression lineup is geared towards the home use. So it's more so whether you are a home starter, college student, or empty nester, busy family. These are the products for you, and they come packed with a ton of convenient features. Like I said, a very compact and home-friendly design. They're super easy to navigate and set up, and that's what we're after. The full experience with the ease of use and just help you navigate towards with all of the new features that come about, and whether it's Wi-Fi direct or the new apps and what you can do with them. So they're very home friendly, I should say.
Right. Yeah. No. They are definitely much more compact than a lot of printers that we talk about here on the show, and yet they come with a lot of features. I think really ease the convenience part of this. And for everyone out there watching the video portion, we have the Epson website up. We're looking at all of the different Expression printers, but one obviously stands out because of the big red text. Looks like you're having some sort of 40% off sale. That's great. Love to talk about it. But coincidentally, that 40% off sale is the exact printer that we're going to start off today. So, what is so special about the Expression Home XP 440?
So the XP 440 is our entry-level Expression model. It has very practical features, a very convenient color LCD, so it makes it very easy to set up and navigate. It does, prints borderless, unlike others that are out there. And one unique, I think, feature that is common to all of our Epson printers is that we have individual ink cartridges. So you only need to change for the cartridge that runs out, because if you print color, not all colors sort of are consumed at the same pace. So in having individual ink cartridges, then you're only changing the one that actually runs out. So it's very convenient, very affordable in that way as well. And then you can print basically now from anywhere. If you have the printer set up as a remote printer, then whether you are next to it or you're far away, you've got access to sending a print job remotely. We also have, a very decent paper capacity, so you don't have to be changing it, reloading it all the time. So we try to keep the interventions to a minimum. I think a lot of people have probably anxiety dealing with technology sometimes. So, just trying to keep it as user-friendly as possible.
Right.
It's compatible with, your smart devices, and you can even download a couple of apps that are free and create your collages and, pull your Instagram feed, and just create unique, personalized sort of cards or notes, and that's what makes it very special, I think, when you can create your own, cards, and I know that, being a mom, I love that. So if you can use your own photos, and do your creative greeting cards and stuff like that, it's just fantastic. So,
right.
it's
Oh, and yeah, so, sorry to interrupt you there, but I just wanted to, before we get into some of the more interesting features, and I definitely like the fact that it integrates with Instagram, what have you. But no, one of the features or one of the things I really wanted to get into was that when we talk to the small business side of Epson, and when you look at the expression lineup from Epson, there's a lot of numbers. When it comes to the speed at which it prints, the DPI that it prints at. Just real quick for our audience in general, just as kind of like a little learning exercise, what do you think for for home consumers or people who are looking for, their first printer, what are some of the important, kind of details, or what are some of the important qualities you should look for in a printer? Is it all about print speed? Is it all about DPI? What are some of the settings that you should really look for?
It would definitely depend on what your goal is. The XP440, for example, as I was saying, it's our entry-level model, and it's for everyday home printing. It does, photos well, but it's a 4-ink system, so that kind of tells you that it's good for everyday sort of work jobs. But if you are looking for a little bit more high quality photos, perhaps, then you would step up to the Expression Premium models, which we have a couple of them, and they will give you, a little bit more like superior photo quality. And if you're even even a little bit more into quality photos, if you're an amateur photographer, for example, then you're looking at the Expression Photo. So it's a 6-ink system, and so it gives you a little bit more, wider color gamut and softer, tones and all that. So I think it depends on the quality you're looking for. For most people, probably an XP440 would be, it would be good.
Right.
If you're a college student, you're just cranking out like assignments, probably good enough. But like I said, I'm really into with a couple of kids. Every time there's a birthday party, then we're creating this whole theme parties, and it becomes its own thing. And we have, we definitely take advantage of the higher photo quality and so forth. So it just very much depends on what you're looking for as far as quality goes.
Right.
Now, speed as well. It's I think today most printers are pretty fast. So it's obviously, as you step up in the lineup, you're going to get faster speeds, so and more features. So it's combination of that. If you're looking, for double-sided printing, if you want the printer to print on both sides of the page, and you're very conscientious about how much you're printing, or how much paper you're using, type of thing. So I think in today's sort of world, I think those are the things that would probably resonate the most.
Right.
And again, the fact that they're all individual in cartridges is a big plus.
Right. No,
as far as affordability goes, because
I've
go ahead.
And I've definitely ran into that as well, where sometimes let's face it, you don't use as much cyan, but the magenta runs out. It's great being able to swap those out. But no, and again, that was just a little primer for anyone out there maybe looking to buy their first printer. But hey, sounds like the XP440 is going to be a lot of people's first steps into the printer world. So. Like I said, it does come with a lot of features, and you kind of touched upon this, but what is the idea behind Epson Creative Print, and who is that really going to appeal to? Because you kind of mentioned for kids, for making cards, and for birthday parties, and printing stuff like that. But could you go over again what the Creative Print feature is?
Sure. So the Creative Print app is a free app that is compatible with both iOS and Android platforms, and you can create a number of projects from it. So it makes it easier for you to create your cards using your own photos. You can create coloring books using your own photos. collages. It's got a bunch of photos that you want to put together. Can't really decide which one is the best, but when I showcase a number of them, then there's a feature in Creative Print that will let you do that. And it has compatibility with both Facebook and Instagram. So, a lot of people just post social media. Everybody's posting a ton of content, and a lot of photos, great photos, onto both platforms. It's compatible with both, and you can very easily just pull your photos from either Facebook or Instagram to this app, and like I was saying, create whether there are notes, or it's a end of year card for your teacher, or for your Mother's Day, Father's Day, holidays. And that's what basically, it gives you a number of features to allow you to interact with the printer in a much more creative and easy way to do so. That feature that I think I probably didn't mention, but I think at this point it's basically a given, is the fact that it should be wireless, right? Because everybody's hung up on a Wi-Fi network. So the ability to have your printer, hooked up to your Wi-Fi network, it's very actually easy to do the setup, because of all the printers that we have some color LCD, depending on vary the sizes, but it makes it definitely much easier for setup. But then there's also this feature which is called Wi-Fi Direct, and I'm not sure how much you've talked about this in your program, but I just personally I love it. It's changed my life, because you can just directly connect from your device to the printer, whether it's your tablet or your smartphone, and look up for the signal from the printer, and then you're communicating directly to it. So there's like no lag if that was a concern before, and it just makes your printing so much agile, I would say.
Right.
So yeah, these are basic features that you should definitely look for.
Right, and I think you covered them really well. I was definitely going to ask about the wireless capabilities, because it's very very liberating when you don't have to have your printer right next to your computer. You can put it in a common area, or you can put it just somewhere out of the way, and more convenient. So
Yeah.
great, so definitely a great feature to have. And and of course, touching back real quick to the Creative Print. This is I'll be honest, this is the first time I'm hearing about this. Sounds great. Is this unique to the Expression lineup, or is this first time with the XP440? What other printers, if any, have Creative Print?
So all of our current XP or Expression printers are compatible with Creative Print, and a number of the Workforce models as well. You can probably go to our website and get a complete list. But for the most part, yes, more than likely it will be compatible. There's another app also that is actually compatible with all models, and it's called iPrint. Also available for both Android and iOS platforms, and it's not going to give you probably the sort of the more artsy features, but it definitely gives you the ability to print remotely very easily, and create your personalized type of print. So either or would definitely be a good addition to have. I have both.
Right.
I'm ashamed to say, but the Creative Print definitely for the Expression models is a great tool.
Right, and I think this is a good time to kind of kick it up a notch, and you of course go, and I think the 440, we talked about that one. That was the kind of latest release to this lineup. You of course have a number of other products kind of in the same space. You have like the 330, 340. Obviously numbers mean it's going to be either older or a little bit obviously the numbers are going to mean something. But moving up to the next one, you mentioned the Expression, instead of the Home, now the Premium. So you have another one here. It's the Expression Premium XP830, also, conveniently, also on sale. So yeah, and Yeah, so the XP 830, what you kind of get, as opposed to the home, what does the premium really indicate for these line of printers?
So premium would definitely mean it's got more features, and it's also offers you superior photo quality. So now you're stepping up to 5 ink system, and the A30 is it's just an unbelievably very versatile all-in-one printer. So you've got it's so rich, feature rich that it's incredible that it's that small, to be honest, because it is the smallest I think that I've seen in that class for everything that it offers. And like you mentioned, if it's on sale right now on the on Epson.com, then it's a great time to go buy one, because you're getting, like the quality of the prints, but you've got a 30-page AVF, so you have the auto document feeder up on top, the two-sided printing and copying and scanning, faxes as well. You do, specialty paper through the rear and feed, on top of, dedicated trays for photo, and also DVD, CD and DVD printing. Just a huge, touch screen, and it's just much faster, obviously, than the 440. So you're getting a ton of features in a very compact design.
Right, and there are a number of features that we're going to talk about here in just a moment. But one thing I really have to point out, and whenever we look into buying products, or we always advocate going to go look at reviews. And first of all, shocked how many reviews, how many people really took the time, because I know a lot of people don't, really took the time to go to Epson and leave reviews of all of these printers. And you can go to other places such as Amazon, what have you, and I'm sure you can find equal amount of reviews. But I mean, the 830 alone has almost 1,000 reviews on your website. Over 4 stars. Almost 5 stars. It's
Yeah.
is very, very good. So, what would you, in general, how would you say the feedback is from the XP 830 line?
I think, I'm a huge fan, so I can totally relate to, the positive feedback that we've gotten on this printer. But like I said, it's unreal the amount of features that you're getting in such a very compact design, and it's what I use, to be honest, at home.
Mm-hmm.
I just love the convenience of all the features, and I think people really, you get that, that they, for sub 200, you're getting a whole lot of printer, and it's just fantastic quality of your photos and just everyday printing in general. So I think it's a solid performer because of it.
Makes perfect sense. And again, I'm kind of flipping through some of the features here. Although one is really catching my eye, because we've talked a lot about the creative app. We've talked a lot about photo printing and things like that. But you have one here, worry-free handling. Get superior photo quality without smudges, scratches, water, and fade resistant. What is worry-free handling? I mean, is that something in with a special kind of paper that you can feed into it, or is that just speaking to the quality and the print job of the ink that you use?
So we look at it as the full ecosystem of the printing world, the printer, along obviously with the inks and also the media. And Epson offers a number of different medias, glossy and premium, different types of finishes. So when we talk about the worry-free handling, is that when you use our entire ecosystem, then you can very easily, right after you print the job, you can handle the printout without worrying about getting ink on your hands or smudging it up. So it's that combination of all these 3 elements that make that statement true.
Right. Yeah. And I think we've all ran into that, where you get the 4x6 postcard size photos, and you pick it up by the edges. You kind of bend it in the middle. You don't want to touch the middle. So no, it's great that you have kind of assuaged those fears. And I guess one last thing I really wanted to point out about this was the size of the touchscreen, because the first one that we talked about, the 440, I believe, it's the touchscreen was not as large as this one. So could you speak to kind of the value of having a touchscreen and what that means for the 830?
Sure. I mean, the 830 has a 4.3-inch touchscreen, which is a very decent size, and it makes it very easy to not only set up the printer, but if you have if you want to take a look at your ink levels, and it's easy to take a look at that. One of the remote options, remote printing options that we have, and that allows you to be very far away. You can be in another country and still push a print job to your printer. Is setting up the printers come with a unique email address, and once you set that up in Epson Connect, then you have the ability to send, like as I was saying, a print job from anywhere you are. So it creates an email, a specific email address for your printer. So if you are, far away and you have a PDF that you want to push to the printer, then you send it as an email, and it will actually come out, on the other side as if you were next to it, printing to it. So that setup option is also very, easy to handle when you have a larger touch screen, and it's just an added convenience, really.
Right.
Because whether you are, managing it through your smart device or you're next to it looking at the printer and handling it that way directly, then makes the whole user experience, all that much friendlier.
And the last point I wanted to make about this was that we've been talking a lot about getting digital media into physical media, where you take something off of Instagram and you put it on a piece of paper. But I'm seeing here, again, just kind of flipping through the Expression Premium 830, that you have a way of uploading, from the scanning bed directly to Facebook and social media in general. This is for taking photos and putting, and digitizing them as well. Is correct?
Right. So this is the flip side to what we've been talking about. If you have, older photos that are, prints and you want to share with your friends and family, you can very easily scan them, and we call them scan to cloud. So you can either, shoot it to a Dropbox, for example, and immediately, your friends and family that share that would have access to it, or there's scan to Facebook feature as well, so you could directly, shoot your photos to your Facebook feed. So it's like a full circle, right? We're talking about pulling your digital media and printing it out and having something tangible, but it actually goes the other way around. And I think, a lot of people that I've talked to use it for throwback Thursdays, so today would be perfect to use
right.
to use your scanner.
Right. No, very important. And and we are just about out of time, Monika. So if people want to learn more, if people want to check it out, purchase it, where can they go, and where should they go?
Well, you can go to your preferred retailer. It's available at all major and regional retailers, as well as online outlets. So nobody should have a problem finding any of our Epson printers out there.
Absolutely. And we also include at the Computer America website in the show notes a link to Epson.com. And of course, you can find them all there. And again, great thing about reviews is you can see what other people are saying, and you have thousands of reviews already on your website. Great to see. So with that, Monika, I'm going to say thank you so much, everyone. Monika Dees, the product manager for the inkjet lineup for Epson America. Monika, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Ben, so much for having me. Have a good one.
Our pleasure. You too. And everyone, that's it once again. Bye, Monika. No, everyone, Once again, that was Epson. If you missed any part of that, head on over to computeramerica.com and you can listen to the full interview after the show. We'll post it up there. It'll be very simple. So, with that said, we'll be right back with computer and technology news and a lot to talk about right after this. Here we go. Computer America.
We are all Brother Wolf. 10 years ago, a group of locals banded together to create positive change. We took animals into our homes, held adoption events at local retailers, and talked to the community about our mission to help build a no-kill Asheville. A decade later, we have achieved so many victories for animals in need. There's been so much progress, yet there's still so much to do. As part of our year-long celebration, we encourage you to become a member of our special Compassionate Circle program. With a monthly donation of $10 or more, you will have behind-the-scenes access to the work we are doing at Brother Wolf. Our goal is to reach 1,000 members because we receive no government funding. Working together, we can help build and sustain no-kill communities. Learn more at compassionatecircle.bwar.org. We are a 501c3 tax-deductible organization.
And welcome back to the Computer America Show. That's right, we have 31 minutes past the hour, continuing on here. And if you are just joining us for any reason, welcome into the Computer America Show. And you just missed, it was a very, very good interview with Epson and talking about their line of home inkjet printers. You can find them and more over at computeramerica.com, as well as the entire interview, audio and video. So if you want to check that out, please, we highly recommend it. And, you know, a lot of good information about, again, the XP440, which is, as they kind of position it, a lot of people's maybe first time into the printer world. You know, if you're a college student, if you are just buying your first printer, that's a good place to start. And of course, we also got into the premium XP830. So again, check all of that out, computeramerica.com, and of course, Epson.com. So now, with that being said, why don't we just jump right into computer and technology news? So here we go, computer and technology news. All right, and for everyone out there who has never tried out this segment before at Computer America, this is the part where we dedicate everything and anything to what's happening in the news. And this is dedicated to maybe new products. This is dedicated to, you know, policy, to video games, to whatever it strikes our fancy. And we try to, you know, hey, pick the best ones.